Right, this morning I'm going to do some filter coffee, and the first problem is, of course, I don't know what the filter grind setting should be on this third version of the grinder I've had. So I'm going to find out. At the moment I'm between 24 and 25 on the half mark for espresso. 0 is burr touching, that's right for espresso. I'm going to assume filter could be around 55 or 60. So I'm going to take the grinder, I'm going to push it right round to 55. I'm going to put a few beans in the hopper and just grind it and check what the consistency is. So just a quick test, and I think this is perfect for filter. So I'm going to grind it at 55. I'll throw this away. It's a bit wasteful. Do that. Now, normally for filter, I would grind about 20 grams. I've weighed out the 20 grams of beans, popped them inside the grinder. So I'm ready now to grind for filter coffee. I'll just put this cap back on my other beans so they go stale. Pop the lid on and let's go. And you can obviously time it yourselves from the video. Oops. I think it was 20.14 grams. The scales have sadly reset themselves because I had a call when I was last videoing, and the call itself stopped the video, which was quite annoying. There's 20 grams of coffee being ground for filter. That's reasonably quick. I wouldn't say that's slow at all. Seemed like about 20-ish seconds to me. What I'll do, take the lid off, excuse my one hand, give it a few taps and hopefully just creating an impulse with a cupped hand, and that should be everything out. Now the only way now I can know about the weight is put it on the scales, tear it out, tip it in the cone. You always get a little bit of static from the chaff, of course. Pop it back, and the weight is 20.17. So yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, very, very good on retained coffee. Doesn't seem to be a lot of retention. Weights are very consistent. When I've opened it up before, really is quite clean inside. I'm going to pop that back and make myself a pour over coffee. Okay, my kettle was already boiled. Now, I'm sure people are going to say all sorts of things about my technique, and I don't care. Now, I'm just going to let that sit for a little while. Normally what I would do, in fact, I'm going to put this on the mount and show you what I do when I make a pour over. So bear with me a moment. Let's get it on the mount. Let's get it focused. And I'll try, if I can, to get it so you can see the coffee bed. There we go. I think you can just see that. What I do, I get myself a spoon and I'll take the kettle and I'll actually tip the water over the spoon. And the reason I do this is to not disturb the coffee bed at the bottom. Now, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe I should be disturbing the coffee bed. I don't know. I don't like to disturb it. And I find if I tip into a spoon like this, keeping it fairly close to the top, I can avoid getting all that coffee rising up the sides of the cone. Now, maybe it's wrong. I don't know. I don't care. That's how I do it. I'll put this back on the heater so it just maintains its temperature. And you can all time how long my pour over takes and how rubbish it is. And here's something else I do. I put a little cover on it. It helps keep it hot. And I know you didn't see me warm the container, and I normally would, but because I'm doing a video, I didn't actually bother warming the container. We'll just put the rest of it in. And I'll show you why I do it this way in a minute, because you'll see as I get the rest of the water in. And that's about it. That's about all I need to use. I'm going to take the camera off the stand now and show you why I do it that way. As you can see, there's very little coffee on the outside of the cone. The water's pretty much clear and everything is sort of retained in the bottom. And to me, I think this is a better way, well, certainly for me to do it anyway. So there's my morning filter brew. Don't bother criticising it in the comments how I do my filter. The main point is this produced a nice filter grind, reasonably quick, very easy. The setting I used was 55 and my espresso setting was about 24.5. So if that helps you, if you ever get one of these grinders and that's helpful to you, for you to know, that's great. And then what I look for in filter often is that it doesn't have a silty appearance with loads and loads of fines, and it doesn't. It looks exactly as it should.